Hello, Upward Bound students. Brianna here for our last practice together. Today, I've brought our practice to Thunder Hill out on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and you can see all the beautiful mountains behind me. Did you know that the Blue Ridge Mountains are blue because of the chemical, this natural chemical that the trees release into the air, and that's what actually creates the blue color of the Blue Ridge. So enjoy the background behind me as we go through a little bit more of an active practice today. We've been keeping it pretty mellow, so I figured for our last practice, we would just spice things up a little bit. So once you're ready, finding a comfortable space to work in, inside or outside, and we'll go ahead and get started. Today we're actually going to start in child's pose. So we're going to roll over onto our knees and bring our big toes together to touch. And we'll sit back towards our feet as we pull down into our mat or into the ground. So just resting your forehead down, we'll take a couple of breaths here. In through our nose and out through our nose. And from here, we'll rise up into a tabletop position on all fours, walking our knees underneath our hips and our wrists underneath our shoulders. We'll inhale to drop our belly down for cow. And exhale, rounding your back for cat, dropping your head down. So we'll continue on. Inhaling into cow. And exhaling into your cat back. And just taking a couple more rounds, just like this, at your own pace. Warming up our spine, starting to connect to our body. And then from here, we'll come into a flat back. We'll kick our left leg out long behind us. And you can stay here, or if you want more challenge, you can try reaching your right arm forward, finding a balance. We'll inhale here. And as you exhale, crunch in your knee, maybe your elbow if it's lifted. So inhaling to lengthen out. And exhaling to crunch in. Taking 2 more rounds, inhaling out and exhaling in. And one more time, feeling a little bit of heat building in your body. And then we'll inhale, reaching out. Now we'll bend that left knee, and if you want, you could reach your right hand back. So maybe you're balancing like this, or maybe you bind your hand to your foot for tiger pose. If you go into your tiger, you can kick your foot into your hand and let those toes lift up a little higher. So you create a little back bend. Taking a breath. And then release. Hands and knees come back down into your tabletop. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll extend that right leg out long behind us, with just the option to reach the left arm forward. You can always keep your hand down for more support. Wherever you are, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we'll crunch it in, rounding the back. 3 more. Inhaling to lengthen. And exhaling to crunch. 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. And 1 more time. Exhaling to crunch in. And then we'll inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend the knee. Reaching your hand back if you want to. Maybe to balance or maybe to bind. In your tiger pose. taking a breath in your pose. And then releasing here. Good job. We'll take our hands just about a half of a handprint forward. We'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, and lift the hips for downward dog. So we'll begin to pedal out our legs, bending one knee and then the other. And then from here, let's start to walk our feet forward to meet our hands. When you make it, take your hands to your shins so you can lift halfway. Inhale, flatten your back. And then exhale, folding down. We're going to roll our way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Just kind of scanning your spine along the way as you rise up. And when you make it to the top, just rolling those shoulders back. And we'll take our palms to face forward, spreading our fingers wide and our toes wide, because we have to do mountain pose with this beautiful mountain view back here. So as we're in our mountain pose, we're just working on opening up our chest, reaching our heart upward, and letting our tailbone be heavy downward. Today I'm wearing my grateful shirt because I wanted today's intention to be all about gratitude. So as you move through the practice, instead of worrying about what your body cannot do, let's just be grateful that we have this body to experience our life in. And we're just giving back to our body as we practice our yoga. So from here, we'll inhale and reach our arms up for the sky. And then let's hold on to one wrist with our hand. And we're going to tilt it over like we were going to take off that long sleeve shirt, reaching over for a side stretch. And then inhale, coming back to center, release your grip, change sides. And inhale, lengthening tall. Exhale, tilting over to the side. Finding that side stretch here. Good job. We'll inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your hands behind your back. So we'll interlace our fingers like this. And we'll just roll our shoulders back, send our hands back and down. But we'll start to lift our arms so we create a back bend. Then we'll release our grip and inhale, reach up for the sky. And exhale, hands to prayer, and we'll fold down over our legs. Keep your knees a little bent as you fold. And we'll hold on to opposite elbows so we can hang our arms and head heavy like a rag doll. Taking a couple of breaths here. From here, bending the knees, taking the hands onto the mat, and we'll step back into our plank. So we're in a push-up position now. You start to feel your body really warming up in your plank pose. Take a breath. And then we're going to lower our knees, followed by the rest of our body, all the way down onto the ground. Make your legs long behind you. And we'll sweep our wings back as we lift our chest up, coming into a baby cobra. Rolling the shoulders back away from the ears, taking this nice gentle back bend. We'll inhale, maybe lift our chest a little higher. And then exhale, release the hands under the shoulders, release the chest, and pressing back into a child's pose. Child's pose is a great pose to come to anytime you want to take a break in your yoga practice. So feel free to come into child's pose at any time throughout this video. When you're ready, we'll rise up into our table, take those hands about a half handprint forward again, and we'll tuck our toes under for our downward dog. Now we'll spice it up a little bit. So we'll inhale to lift our right leg up, three-legged dog. And then we'll exhale for cheetah, rounding the knee in towards your nose. Let's do two more. Inhale to lift it up. And exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. One more. We'll inhale to lift it up. And then exhale, knee to nose. And we're going to step our foot between our hands. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way, like mine didn't get all the way up, we're going to just help it out. We'll plant our left hand down and reach our right hand for the sky. So we have a nice active lunge twist, opening up the chest to the right side. Keep your back leg straight and strong. Take a breath. Good. Release your hand down. Spin your back heel open onto the ground. And then we'll windmill our left arm followed by our right arm up into our warrior two. So it looks like this. So we're looking over our right hand, and we have a strong bend in our front knee. Now we'll straighten our right leg, reach forward with our right fingers, and then take our right hand down onto our leg as we reach the left hand for the sky. This is our triangle pose. Pushing through your feet, we'll rise up, reverse our triangle. So we'll reach our right hand up. Inhale. And as you exhale, we'll windmill those hands back down and step back into our downward dog. Resetting here. It's okay to bend your knees in downward dog. Let's lift our left leg for the other side. So we'll inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, round your knee in towards your nose. So again, two more. Inhale to lift, three-legged dog. And then exhale to round in for cheetah. One more time, inhale to lift. And then this time we'll exhale, round it in, and step the foot through, helping it out if it needs it. So we'll plant our right hand down and peel our left hand up for the sky. And then we'll release that left hand down, spin our back heel open onto the ground for our warrior two. So we'll push through those legs, windmilling the right arm up and then the left. Here's our warrior two, bending that front knee, looking over your left fingers, and feeling strong here like a warrior. Even in a pose like this that's challenging, how can you channel that gratitude into your practice? Take another breath. And then we'll extend that front leg, reach forward, and take the left hand down for triangle. So the right hand reaches up for the sky. So you feel that stretch along the right side of your body. We'll push through those feet and rise up, reversing our triangle. So reaching our left hand up. Inhale, and as you exhale, we'll windmill our hands down and stepping back into our downward dog again. Now we'll lift our right leg up on the inhale, and as we exhale, we'll bend our knee and open up our hips here. So this is like a scorpion tail. And you can stay here if you would like, or if you want more challenge, you can try flipping your dog. So this would be where you fall over onto your right foot and your right hand reaches up. So your belly's up for the sky, you can reach up or over your head. And then our right hand comes down, our right leg kicks up, inhale. Now let's step to the outside of our right hand with our foot and drop our back knee down. Coming into our lizard lunge. So my hands are on the inside of my right foot. Breathing deep into the hips. You should feel the hip stretch. If you need more of a hip stretch, you can lower your left elbow or both elbows down to the ground. And if you're feeling really spiced up right now, you could bend your back knee and reach your right hand back for your foot. But that's going to be pretty intense, so you don't have to do it. In yoga, we never want to feel any pain. Good job. Release your hands onto the ground. And we'll tuck our back toes under, lift our back knee, and step back into our plank. Now, let's drop our heels to the left side and see if we can reach our right hand up. So we're in our side plank. And you can stay here, but this is pretty challenging. So if you want support, you can put your left knee down like this. If your wrist is a little sore, you can do this pose on your elbow. So it would look like this or like this. And then when you're ready, finding your plank and lifting your hips up into downward dog. Now we'll lift our left leg up and back. And we'll bend our knee and open our hips up. And you can stay here, or if you'd like to flip your dog over, you can fall over on that left foot and lift the left arm up or over your head. Then we'll plant the left hand down, kick the left leg up, inhale. And exhale to step to the outside of your left hand for your lizard lunge. We'll lower our back knee down and tuck the back toes. So make sure you stepped enough forward to where your foot is a little bit ahead of your knee. If your foot is a little behind your knee like this, you'll want to scoot it forward. Deciding if you want to be up, or you can drop your right elbow or both for a deeper stretch. Breathe nice and deep into your hips. Remembering that this last step is super optional. If you would like, you could reach your left hand back for your foot. And then when you're ready, pressing into your hands, tucking your back toes under, lifting your back knee, and we'll zip that left foot back into our plank. This time, taking your choice of side plank on your right hand or on your right elbow. So the left hand will reach the sky. And then we'll lower into our plank and come all the way down onto our belly. We'll take that cobra again, reaching our wings back, lifting our chest, and you can stay here, or you can try bow. So for bow, you bend your knees and reach your hands back for your feet. So just like you did in tiger pose, you can kick your feet into your hands so you can lift your knees, lift your chest, and taking a breath here. And then letting it go. Hands come under shoulders, and we'll sit it back into our child's pose again. From here, we'll slowly rise up and sweep our legs around in front of us. So we're going to sit on our hips, and we're going to try a balance pose. This will be boat pose. So we'll take our hands behind us, fingers facing forward, bend the elbows slightly so you can find that balance on your seat as you lift your feet. You could stay here, or you could reach one or both arms forward for more challenge. So what we want to do here is really straighten out our back. So you want to lift our heart up. Maybe you can squeeze your legs together, and just maybe you can bring your feet about the height of your knees. Taking another breath. Good job, release the pose. We'll extend our left leg out in front of us, and we'll cross our right foot over our left thigh for a twist. So we're gonna hug the knee into the chest, sitting up tall, and then we'll inhale to reach our right arm up. As you exhale, take your right hand behind you, so you're twisting to the right. There's a lot of options here. You could stay like this. You could hug your elbow around your knee and see how that feels. Or you could even hook your elbow in front of your knee to deepen the twist. There's also this thing that I can't really do that well, but it's called a bind. And to bind in this pose, you would wiggle your left hand through the hole of your leg. You can't quite get it. But once you get it there, that right arm would wrap around, and eventually your fingers will connect. Slowly release your twist, extend your right leg out, and then we'll bend that left knee and cross the foot over the thigh, hugging the knee in so you can sit up tall, and then we'll inhale to reach the left arm up, and exhale to twist to the left. That hand goes behind you. Feeling free to stay here. Maybe hug the elbow around the knee, or even hook it in front. Or you can see what my hands are doing if you want to try that bind. Then slowly unraveling. Good job. So we'll extend our legs out, and we've got just a few more poses left. So the next one is our shoulder stand. This will get us upside down. So you can take a little scoot forward, and then maybe watching me first. I'm going to use some momentum and catch my hips with my hands as I lift them. So here we go. Roll back and up. And holding here, keeping your head in the center. And just watching your belly breathe. And then when you're done, just bending those knees and gently rolling down. And we're going to sit on our hands. So we're going to lift our hips, wiggle our hands underneath, and see if you can even wiggle your elbows a little bit underneath. So it's like you're laying on your arms. For our fish pose, we'll extend our legs out, push into our elbows to do like a little sit-up, and then we'll puff up our heart and drop our head back. And then from here, just tucking the chin to gently come down and release the hands out from underneath you. For happy baby, we'll take our knees to our chest and then open the knees, reaching the hands through for the feet. Then we'll shine the bottoms of the feet up for the sky. So coming into happy baby, you can rock it out a little side to side. And then we'll start to transition into our final relaxation. So just taking your time to find the most comfortable pose for you to be in for a couple of minutes. So it's a little different for everybody, but throughout the few weeks, you might have found a pose that you really connect with, right? It might be knees bent in, it might be knees bent open wide, maybe child's pose, or legs extended into corpse pose. So just take your time to really dissolve down into your final pose. And as you've made it, thinking about something, whether it's in your practice, in your body, someone in your life, that you're grateful for. And just letting that sit at your heart space as you become still for a couple of minutes in your final relaxation. And then we'll slowly begin to deepen our breath. And we'll just start to wake up. So we'll roll our wrists, roll our ankles. We'll stretch our arms overhead, extending the legs out long for a full body stretch. And then we'll bend our knees and just roll over onto our right side. And we'll just gently press all the way up into a sitting position. Noticing how you feel after 30 minutes of a pretty active practice. I hope you enjoyed. We'll inhale, sweep our arms out and up for the sky, reaching tall. And exhaling to take our hands to heart center. Remember, today's practice is all about showing gratitude and honoring the things that we're thankful for in our life. So maybe as you go throughout the rest of your day or your week, you can just find those little places in your life that are so special to you and just send some loving energy that way. Have a wonderful day, and I hope y'all have a wonderful school year. Thanks for practicing with me. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.